Welcome to the Madtown DoubleDown, November 21st through the 24th, 2014 edition. This is the fifth throwing, we decided, of the event. This is the second time that it's in 2024, so last year it was in January. Well, it's not last year. It was this year. Exactly. It was in January.
It's too complicated. No one can figure it out. It's impossible to make a nice intro to this, but it's a great event. This is the fifth time we've done it, so we're going to call it the fifth running of the Madtown DoubleDown.
Throwing.
The fifth throwing running.
Fifth throwing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. See? Told you. It can't be done.
Commentating today is myself, Bernie, and Chris.
Got the air horn ready. So they threw us for a loop and started early, so we join a game already in progress. So now we get to analyze the position that we have in the first end, which is already looking pretty complex with the stones stacking in the forefoot. Looks like our team from Chaska, which is Madison Bear and Aiden Oldenburg, are throwing now, and they have the hammer here in the first.
Okay.
Pretty hard
So we'll
set,
try to
right?
kind of orient ourselves into a game that's already set.
It's
so
weird out here, too.
I see Fountain, our team from Lafayette, Colorado, has
Same weight?
kind of control the front there. The counting stone and then one right in front, so looking pretty good for them to try and pull off a steal. We'll just try to slide right into a game halfway through the end.
It's just like with TSN. We don't bother showing the first couple stones.
Yeah, yeah. You could sing the the curling song that when we come back from commercial break. That'd be really good. I think fans would really like that.
I'll save everyone from that.
Let it on its own.
This shot placement is looking pretty perfect. Is he going to tap that red to be second counter?
Yeah, I think so.
It does.
It's tough to be 100% sure, but I think that they're looking over it. Yeah.
I mean, do we ever?
I think red might be second there as well.
Sure. Think so. Just high,
Yep.
barely, inch high.
So Bear Oldenburg are gonna run that yellow into the pile and change things up. I think that makes sense.
Yeah. I think they're gonna end up losing that yellow set back button, but
we'll see. Might just be a little more of a straight up peel, I think.
Yep. Okay.
Fine.
It all depends on how that one ran back, but it's going to be pretty hard to unlock those those reds in the top of the button.
So yeah, Fountain have a nice position to defend here, so that I think they just follow up, putting that guard back, have it be their color. Bear Oldenburg do have some angles to maybe play with that top yellow in the top 8 there, but yeah, it's tough. It's tough to get both of those stones moving, isn't it?
Weight looks all right.
Be fine.
Yeah, we were seeing in the earlier draws some pretty quick times, so see how the teams adjust to finding weight. I think that'll spell a lot of the early play as the teams who can figure it out first, what the weights are. Get locked in. Looks really nice. Finished up perfectly lined up. Great shot.
16-2.
Here.
16-2 hog to hog, if you're keeping track at home.
Keeping this back here.
Like the 7's
Quite
really
quick.
dragging it out. If you throw it hard.
It's worth noting that
we don't have to. We can throw it with like
we
board.
just had a
The other thought was just
fresh
try to
scrape.
tap it to cut them down, but
So
yeah.
Yep, this is a third
Yeah, I
draw
mean,
of the
cap it
day.
to there, it's
So we
okay
had
too,
2
I
draws
think.
earlier,
Yeah,
followed by
probably
a
smart.
scrape and a quick lunch break. So
What do you like?
I think I like
back
that.
at it.
yeah.
I think
The
this
tap?
is still first games for all these teams. As we get through
Almost just a little less.
the
I threw
field
on
of
my first.
32.
Sure.
Similar. Think around here.
Okay.
So we want to be just high, not much. I mean,
Yeah.
just a little.
Just high, so thinking a little tap back of the yellow, or are they trying to hit it with more speed? I didn't quite see.
I think they're just trying to upset those top two
Okay.
and just change the angles a bit. Give them some more options for. Oh wait, no, this is
This is also part of the problem of us coming in partway through.
This is their last shot, so they may just be protecting against
T-line?
a third red
Close.
counter coming in.
T-line?
Right. I think we had the hammer.
Line's
Well,
good.
at least
Back
I mentally
four.
had the hammer
Little bit
flipped
of
as
curl
well.
now. It needs a curl. It's running.
Looks like that's not going to curl up.
Yep. It'll just sort of slide by, not do much. So now with our understanding that red does have the hammer,
We're two.
they are
Yeah.
sure to be second. So
I mean,
can they get a third one on the button anyway?
I can try this. Draw
Well,
here.
I think there's a couple options. They could try and raise that yellow that's top 8 into the yellow that's on the back button. Just clip a touch of it and go for a big end.
That would be an aggressive call with some big upside.
Yeah.
You never want to touch your own, of course. So I think they're going to play it safe and draw this other side and just try to make the perfect draw for 3, but if not, just settle for 2. A nice start.
It's probably the smarter.
I
Just
mean,
get my-
we as the commentators want to see the exciting stuff, so
I like
you
this
know,
shot right now.
we're not going to opt for the
Nobody's-
conservative call. That's boring.
Nobody's thrown this all.
But this is I think this is probably the
I
right
think
thing
it's
to do.
95 for me.
Yeah.
It's probably a 14-0. Sound good?
A 14, what?
14-0.
Sure.
95. 495.
It's best guess yet.
Okay, here we go.
Talking through the current speed of the ice there.
402.
Okay, line's good. Clean. Got it clean.
We want to.
Line's good.
This has to be basically weight
Gotta go
perfect to
straight a
touch the
little.
side of the button there.
They're a little heavy. Can they just chip and roll? I think it's looking a little heavy.
It's close.
Okay.
It's really close.
All right.
They just drifted maybe a stone deep, so I mean that's a really good effort.
Yeah.
Good attempt
Yep,
there.
2 red.
So we'll see the first end go to Fountain. They'll get a 2 and take a 2-0 lead into the second end.
Today's event brought to you by our title sponsor, Modus Financial. Modus Financial is your credit card processing and POS technology solution partner. Whether you need a single credit card swiper, POS equipment, or an integrated POS system, Modus has a solution. Modus Financial offers a wide variety of payment processing services, each with enhanced features designed to help process credit card payments, increase your sales, reduce expenses, and improve your productivity. Visit moduscc.com.
Thank you, Modus. All right. So this time we get to see the end from the beginning, which will be a little more easy to see what's going on. So Oldenburg will take the hammer here and try to get something rolling. But again, one of the features of mixed doubles that we often see is this. If you can make this first draw very well as the non-hammer team, you can really put yourself in a good position because of that back 4 stone to start. So if you tuned into our previous draw, we saw the team from Saskatchewan really just consistently make this first draw and put a lot of pressure on their opponents. So
4-0.
Okay, little tiny more. Line's
Got a
fine.
curl.
It's got a curl.
Wait there.
Okay, it's out there.
Wait there. Maybe
Coming
finish
closer. Line's getting better.
it. 13-5.
Okay.
I think it's a bit on the heavy side, but I think it's grabbing and coming in there pretty
Down to
nicely.
it.
Yep.
Curl.
That's a good start.
Okay, here too much.
Okay.
410,
Just-
you're
Just tap
Still
that
like
one
the
back
end?
a little bit,
Yeah.
opened up the
Top button.
4 foot for scoring.
Yeah, as she said, a hair too
A
much,
little
but
tighter pass.
it's not a bad result. You know, getting a shot in the 4 foot's a kind of a critical start.
Close.
So
Felt really
Madison will
good.
play the
Little
other
heavy,
side
maybe?
a little bit.
T-line
See
back
if she
4.
can get some angles set
Well,
up.
it's running still.
T-line.
Line's getting better. Squeeze easy. Might need to curl up a little. It's getting good.
Just curl up a
Easy.
bit. This is looking pretty
On
nice.
its own.
Shot.
Right to the pin. on
Right
its
to the
own.
pin. That beautiful shot.
Ready.
Thanks.
13,
Oh, yeah.
7.
I'll come sweep.
Okay.
Corner.
All right. So early on, there's no removals allowed, so that we're going to see another draw in, just kind of stack them up. They said corner, so ideally slightly off center of it, setting up some angles for Fountain to maybe
hair
kick
wide.
yellows to the side.
Touchdown.
We're still outside.
Gonna have to go.
Okay, go now then. Go for curl. Take a look. 14-7. Yep, curl now. Okay. Looks top 4. Keep going.
Weight looks good.
Yep, you got it. You
I
got
think
it.
it's going to curl right up,
Really nice.
sit right on the corner, just like
Good job.
they asked.
I think that's exactly what was called for.
Good job. Think we can afford to come right to
They
it.
were a little worried about that weight, but
Top 4.
Yeah, they did have to ease off it and let it do
that
its
top
work.
4?
But yeah, it ended up right where they wanted
Yeah,
to be.
top 4. If we tap it just a little, it's pretty good.
Okay. I think this side might be a hair faster than ours.
I agree.
Like 14-7.
I think
These
that's
players
close.
on the mic are giving us lots of good insight, so I'd plenty of opportunity for us to stand back and just let them tell us what's going on, what they're going to do, and what
Good
the
add.
conditions
20.
are.
Easy then. I think there.
Just top 4.
Running a little hot.
Just top 4.
Probably
They want this
curl.
one to finish up and touch the red, I think.
Back 4.
I think they might be on their yellow.
Close.
If it,
Whoa.
It's close.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So close.
Yep, straight. Yep.
Good throw.
Okay,
That-
tap thrown back. It's not bad. It changes that.
It's like back 4, back
changes those
8.
angles a little bit.
Yeah. That what was once a kind of really natural corner freeze, now it wants to catch things on the way through.
Top of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind this either.
Fountain maybe looking to put that angle right back with just
Back
bumping
4.
theirs.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. This game naturally creates a pile of stones in the forefoot and some fine angles to look at, and so it often becomes a question of, is there a time to hit in this game with the way it's sitting, or do you have to just continue to reshuffle the deck a little bit?
About the same.
Okay, line's close. Line's getting better. Yep, straight.
These teams look pretty locked in
Yep,
for the weight,
straight.
which is
Come on, straight.
nice to see.
14-2. Hard straight. Oh, clean, 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 clean. Clean, clean. Okay.
Little tap, they become shot now.
Yep.
Yeah, or we can just play off this one.
Do we just freeze in there?
Few options.
We might stuff it a little, it'll spill a little.
And they're going over most of them, which is
Yeah.
really convenient for us.
I
Yeah.
like it.
I was thinking about saying these things, but I'd be just talking over the players who are saying the exact
Like
same
Bird?
thing. Okay, so they're
We could throw like heck.
on a different page right now. They better talk about this one.
Yeah, we can hit it a little thicker. We just might plant it.
Hey,
My,
Bird.
my
Sure.
eye was drawn
Yeah, I
to
like
the
firm.
yellow-red combination kicking that one out, but they are playing this other side trying to go red-red. The question is, where does that one top button go once you hit this?
You know, it really.
Bird.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
We're gonna hit this the
The
outside edge.
outside edge.
I don't think that was. I think they were trying to hit it thicker than that, but
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what they have for 2 right now.
we saw this a little bit in the previous
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is
draws that
we've got this.
teams are getting a
Yeah,
bit
but if
fooled
we
by
go
how
right
straight
here right
the
now,
takeouts are
I don't
running.
mind that.
So
Well, then they just run.
they might even be riding out of
So
it on
more
the
right here.
players. It's hard
Yeah.
to see with the angles we have, but
I think
Yeah, 'cause we've got a bail on the other side.
the late
Okay.
cutting of the draw shots is giving them some things to think about when they
Pressure pass.
start throwing weight.
right.
Yep.
So opportunity here for Fountain to kind of try to lock things down a little bit, maybe. It's not as many ways to get the red off the button as there were before.
You're gonna have to be careful
Okay.
not to set up angles that make it easy to
Lines. Might have to curl at the end.
just
Okay.
play those taps
Gotta
and
go,
lock
curl.
the
hard curl. Hard curl. Hard curl.
yellow in for shot.
Yep. Keep going.
I think
Keep
they're
going.
staying high
Corner
enough
if you
that it
can.
should
Okay.
be. Nothing's going to be straightforward here.
Right.
4 straight back.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
So like this
placed
one?
well enough. They can't let it be. They basically need access to
Straight back's good.
ideally the
Nose.
nose or inside of that top yellow to send red out. So wonder if they can Are they going to try and get a double peel out of this, or just make sure that one goes and the shooter leaves?
I think the call was just to peel that one. Probably with the splitting them both out being the ideal shot here, but the run back's there as well. Like,
I suppose, yeah. If it goes just right, it's close to that. We'll see. Oh.
Close to that.
Sorry.
Okay, well, not quite what they were looking for, but it
This one's pretty. I
makes
like
some
this
new
for me.
makes some new angles to figure.
Okay. And where I can't give them. I don't think there's much of a double. I mean, they've got this
No, just throw here.
here. Okay.
Yeah, as long as they
Okay.
get in that pocket, it's gonna
Yeah.
prevent that raise, the red.
Oh, they
Red
kinda
raise
hit
double.
On this red.
Yeah, kind of what I'm looking at here
That
for
way?
yellow. If it was their turn again and they made that red double on top, they're not going to get more than one out of it.
They have a way.
Yeah.
So
Heck, I think we
red doesn't
almost
need to
guard
be too
this
worried
red
about it.
because I think that's
this is a good
their
time to
bailout.
be aggressive. I think is their approach, right?
Do you want to go take a quick peek?
See if you can
I
get
think
another
that
counter
might
in
be
there.
the right call. It's guarding that red.
I think they're just going for the guard on that red. If you,
Oh, okay.
I think if you, in order to get to the second shot, you'd have to jiggle all those rocks behind the tee.
Yep.
I mean, it's hard to see from this exact angle, but it looks like the red stone on button is almost perfectly centered.
Yeah. I guess we haven't gotten
So
to
you
see
like the
these sort
draw?
of easier weights, maybe like backline or something like that. Could you get by the guard and then
Okay.
across the one up enough to bump it back and maybe lie to?
Underneath that. Okay.
I
I like that. I like the
think you
angles
should
on
be
this
able to
side.
get to it
Okay.
that way.
Sounds good.
That they want to hit.
I like it. Okay. Here we go. 405, 410.
Okay, so
So definitely looking at guarding something up here. So they switched back to guarding the red double, I
It's
think.
running a little slower,
but
huh?
but with a 405,
Yeah.
I think they're gonna still
It's gotta
be
curl a bit.
Yeah, they're going
top
in.
4 tee, based on what we overheard earlier.
Over nose if
Oh,
we can.
The angles are going to change now.
Okay.
Oh,
I think. Did they get second shot out of that somehow? I think they might have.
right. That is real close, and I expected that to curl more at
I
that
don't know
way.
if we can do
Yeah.
much, though.
I don't know
I thought they
either.
were
was
gonna
say,
go
even if
towards the
you do
inside of that.
right in the middle of it.
It definitely came down quicker than they're expecting.
Know
I
if it's
think
any good.
if it didn't touch anything, it was probably
Just
leaving
get
the
draw
house.
weight down.
It's just it's risky because if you touch this at all and like
True.
So.
So throw it away.
Okay.
You said we were second for sure.
looks like it, I'll look again. but
Okay.
Yeah, they're they're covering the exact question I have. Is red second shot or is yellow? If they think it's yellow for sure, they can't jiggle that at all and risk giving up a second. So if they were thinking, hey, maybe just practice the straw, but
It may also be better just throw this one away.
yeah,
Yes.
that seemed to be what they are coming to the conclusion of.
I'm gonna throw a angle. Is that okay? Like I was throwing a corner guard angle.
Sure.
That's not dangerous, right?
So they're basically just talking through a shot they can practice that won't make any effect in the house here.
Ooh, that's so straight.
11, 5.
So they're just mapping out a spot in the ice that they may need or want to know later, leaving the house
Came
as
off
it
Hey,
is.
lot.
one red.
See if they can agree that it's one. It's just a question between those two.
Mine, yeah.
Not a quick agreement on this one.
Yes, from what I know, but I also don't want to make that decision for you.
I can't tell. I can't tell because the O isn't circle. I don't know. I bet ice. What do you think? Do you want to measure or do you think it's one red? Sure. Let's spin it. Thanks.
Okay, so while they get the measuring stick out, let's take a moment to thank our sheet sponsor for this draw, Remington. Remington 1 is our latest collection of multi-purpose styling tools that deliver both convenience and performance. Whether you are drying, styling, trimming, or shaving, we have the one tool for you. Every hair, everywhere, everyone. So thank you to Remington. Now, here's the part where we put our bets on who wins the measure.
Oh, you know, I'm gonna go and say yellow's got number 2.
Okay. My initial call when they tapped the red back was to say that red may be shot, so I don't feel as good about it now as I did before, but I'm going to stick with it just to be consistent and make it interesting. So first measure we've gotten to see, so
If the O
No,
was
I think we're okay.
circular, that would make things a lot
if the
easier.
O was circular, yeah, if zeros were just a circle, that would help. It can be a little bit visually misleading to look down at some of the graphics on the circles.
Not even. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
It
Thanks.
wasn't close, it was yellow by a lot.
Yeah. Here you go, guys. Yeah.
Once they pulled away the stone, I was pretty sure, but, you know, for the sake of keeping it interesting.
Yep. Well, and like you said, the font's choice for that 0 makes it hard to determine.
Right. It's like a non-circle imprint over circles, so it can be a bit deceptive. All right, we got it set up for our third end now with a 3-0 lead for Fountain Fountain.
And let's take this moment to talk about the team sponsor for the Fountain Fountain team, Spartan Pizza. It's a local business here in McFarland. Dale, Linda, Sheena, and Scott welcome you to the best pizza experience you'll ever have. We've been baking pizzas as our tradition in our McFarland community since 1974. That's 50 years. I'm glad they did the math instead of
Hey,
making
look,
me do it.
Sound to me.
They serve
Okay,
pizzas, burgers,
Mine's
and
great.
sandwiches.
Mine's getting tighter. Straight if any.
Thank them for their sponsorship.
It's one of those things you're never supposed to do live on air is try to do math and calculations, I'm pretty sure,
Yep.
so
Wait, there. Okay. Yep, my bad.
good that's taken care of for us. Nice opening shot here again for Fountain Fountain.
That
Give
was
that-
13-8.
Give it a little tap.
Turn, top
Little
four,
tap
top
to that
button.
back for
Yep.
yellow.
Top button.
Top button.
So I think we'll see play stay on that same side.
Little full, little full,
A
little
little
full.
heavy. Back
So-
four.
Little full, easy.
Sounds
Pretty good.
heavy.
Line's good.
A little full is not a heavy
Line's
call
really
that I
nice.
recall hearing before,
Back,
but
back button.
Whoa
I
then.
certainly pick up what she's saying.
Whoa then. Whoa then. Back.
Yeah. Let's. In curling, there's a lot of room for curlers to come up with their own terminology.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you can really express
Sorry.
yourself with
Very good. That-
all the things you need to repeatedly say. Well, they end
yeah,
up giving
T, top
Shotstone a
four.
little tap and end up lying 2 after it's all said and done. And since you can't really you can't remove anything just yet, it's potentially a good position. Still a lot of open room in the front part of the house, so
And we'll see if the teams are able to
Line's good.
keep things
Okay,
high
there
or
we
if
go
they
then.
keep playing to the behind the
Okay,
tee.
it's over curling. Gotta go straight.
yeah, I think the speed is just a little
Gotta
bit
go
more
straight,
than they're
keep-
accounting
Yep,
for, and so
okay,
we're
keep
tending to
going,
see play
13-7.
drifting a little
Whoa,
deeper
clean,
than they'd
clean,
like.
clean, clean.
But this one's going to take advantage of that and
Okay.
use the backing to give a little tap.
Top four. Little
And just
tap's
like that, red
okay.
is now sitting too.
Hey,
How quickly things can change. So we'll see another draw come in here for Oldenburg, Aiden Oldenburg.
weight's good.
If they could get inside the
Line's
red,
good,
that would be
yep.
quite nice.
Clean,
It's
clean,
good.
clean.
It's
Gotta
looking
go
a
a bit.
little lighter than
going, yep.
past shots.
Whoa,
Back
Uh,
four.
So I don't know how
finish,
much
let it
tapping
finish.
this one's going to
Close.
do.
Yes, yes.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
That's great. I think that's exactly what you want.
14-0.
Send it away a little bit.
like-
Settle in behind the guard in front of the tee line. That's excellent setup.
Yeah.
Behind tee, there's a
Sure. Do you like
There's a
this
wall there.
way?
I was going to
There
say
is a
something.
wall.
That's
Sounds good.
exactly what I was going to
Similar
point out
weight.
is we've built a wall behind everything, so it's hard.
It's going to be hard to score a lot of points.
Right. And stones that are in there don't really want to leave. So if you were thinking, hey, maybe you could kick that yellow out of there, there's a lot of ways they can get caught.
And I don't think a single one that keeps your shooter in front of the tee.
Right. So I think that means we end up staying with the draw or heavy draw weight approaches here.
Line's close. Okay, gotta go then. Gotta curl. Okay. Okay. Curl, only curl. Curl. Keep curling. It's getting better.
Looking like this is going to come
Keep
down
going.
and tap, but maybe not move it too far.
That looks like a good,
Okay.
good drag. I mean, didn't get shot stone out of it, but it's a really nice position to be
Pop
holding
it.
the
Yep.
front four there. So I think Bear Oldenburg tries to develop an angle basically here coming from the other side.
Oh, a little big.
Okay.
Key line.
Little
Let's
big,
check up.
another
It's
way to
getting
say it.
close.
Key line.
No bounce yet. No bounce yet. Close.
Key.
14-4.
Key.
Stay close. Stay close.
His weight's coming off this pretty good.
Yeah,
It's not as much as I
It's not
thought
bad.
it
Really
was.
good, Aiden.
And sets up, a pretty decent angle.
right. It made contact at the angle they were looking for, so a little tap certainly didn't hurt.
What?
Now Fountain
Just top
Fountain is developing a bit of a draw
Like
pocket
a
potentially.
14-4, 14-5.
And because they're going to be above the tee, I think it's going to make it hard
How
for
about 2 more?
Bear Oldenburg to score multiples for sure, possibly at all.
Line's good.
Yeah, if they can get some
Okay.
traffic up front,
Okay.
that's gonna be what they're looking for. It's the non-hammered team.
Okay.
We on the lighter side here.
I think so.
Time for
But-
a heroic
As far
sweep.
as I can. Yep, gotta go. Go.
With fast ice, you can really drag stones a long way. Let's see what they can do with it. I mean, it's not bad to take that line away, but I think they would have loved to get in there.
Yeah, I think this presents a
I think
good
so.
opportunity for
I
the
think
Bear
so.
Oldenburg team to
What do we in turn
put
tap?
something in for
Yeah, right.
For second
That's not
shot.
this either.
possibly lock off
You
Think
just
I'd
threw
rather
the
have
access.
Yeah. They
similar
went.
weight.
Okay.
Are they a
So
couple feet less?
they're going for the shot they just threw, so you can kind of develop some advantage just to repeat the same shot that the line you know. I kind of liked the other side just sort of neutrally as the way the stones are sitting, but this is maybe
Think it's close.
taking advantage of the fact
Okay,
they've
it's a
just
little
seen
wider
it.
path here, Aiden.
It's a hair lighter.
I think there's also
Getting better. It's got to curl.
some
Top four.
advantages
Deep.
to
Really got to move.
to the way the
Ah,
stones are
hard to
lined
get
up
it moving, hard to
for
touch it.
yellow this way, because they can always tap back down even
That's
at this
shooting.
angle to the red.
Okay. Good spot.
They got there. That's ultimately a really good result.
Not bad.
Do
Yeah.
this.
The only
Do like
again,
that?
as they're pointing, there's a new draw spot. The bad news about it is
Yeah, I like
you
this
opened
draw.
that path
Okay.
up, where it
Sounds
was
good.
kind of closed off before for Fountain.
Okay. Yep.
But they do lie
Okay.
too, and then
Okay.
kind of put some pressure on that they have to find this draw pocket.
Even if they're sitting 2 after that, if you get one in there, I don't know that they can get 3.
Okay.
If you can get it frozen onto there, I think it's cutting them to 1
Sounds good.
and make them throw
Yeah,
something
because
great.
it's full buried. I can't see them. Okay.
It's just the draw.
4-10.
His was 13-6, so I
Yeah.
think you,
But
yeah.
yep,
410.
working out the weight
clean.
to find this draw. Last stone of the end for Fountain.
95.
Light release.
Huh?
Light release.
It's all there.
Okay. Line's a little wide. It's gotta
Can we
come
get?
in.
Can it slow down and curl?
Getting in.
Getting better.
Line's getting better.
I
better, but
don't
still
know
down
that
to shot
with
rock.
this weight it's going to curl all the way to shot
I
stone.
was wondering about Plan B is ticking that yellow, but that's over now.
Well,
It came in.
it did come in.
Ah,
It just,
Not
with the
enough.
extra weight, it
probably straight
didn't
draw.
get
Yeah.
tight enough.
Looking.
So I mean, the bad
Yeah,
news
straight
is
draw.
that little tick that it took
I'm gonna take similar eyes
Opened,
to you.
I think so.
opened a draw spot for the third.
15 something, Maddie.
I think
Maybe it was
15.
always there, but it looks a little more inviting to me than it did before.
Agreed. And this
Give you a sweepable rock.
is a
Yeah.
Heart rate's
shot
not
here
high
for
enough
to tie the game. Going
Don't
into
speak
N4.
too soon. Yeah. 15, I think, Hog, is it?
Yeah.
$15 for Hog, so definitely playing at pace.
Little ad.
Okay, close. Probably you gotta go a little.
Line's good.
Oldenburg saw a number
All
he
you.
wanted to see, so that's good. See if we can guide this one home.
The line's looking pretty good. Seems like weight's there. It's looking like a
Easy.
great
easy.
shot. Oh, it hung out a little bit.
Shot.
They're okay.
That's good enough.
Good enough for 3.
Great draw. So with the 3 there for Bear
Defending.
Oldenburg, we'll go 3-3 into the fourth end.
And on that note, our team sponsor for Madison Bear Aiden Oldenburg is Mark Hartman. Mark is a MCC curler who has supported the Madtown DoubleDown since its beginning, each year sponsoring at least one team. We want to thank Mark for his support of the Madtown DoubleDown.
I don't know if it's a unique aspect, but I always think about the sort of team sponsors and the little reads that sometimes just individuals step up and do the sponsoring for us. It's just kind of neat.
Agreed. I don't.
I've been watching the stream at home before and been like, and this section is brought to you by a cool guy, you know. Isn't it neat? So anyway, I always enjoy that. It brings a smile to my face. We go to the fourth end. So now Fountain find themselves with the hammer back and the game tied up. So after that great draw that Madison just made, can she just be perfect again and put another one right on the button? Just simply
Light ad.
draw the button all the time.
Hair less, but close.
They do say that the
Line's
exact same
great.
shot in curling is one of the hardest
Stay
to
straight.
accomplish,
Line's good.
despite knowing everything about it.
Might need to finish a little at the end. It looks close.
So many factors to
Doesn't need
doing
to finish.
literally
Now
the
it's
same
good.
thing again.
Right to it.
This is looking pretty nice.
Yep. And maybe just a tap of
Nice. Good
touch
judge on
of a
that,
bump
Aiden.
back.
Nice throw.
Gonna
Oh,
play,
just
Really nice.
right down to it.
yep, playing it as
Beautiful.
the freeze. Never say no
4-10.
to an opening shot freeze in mixed doubles.
Still think it's that number.
Yep. 410. I'll give you a 410. Ready?
Yep.
Okay, they're thinking 410 is the draw weight right now.
It's lightning fast.
407.
Light release.
I think the weight's close.
I think clean maybe.
Okay. How's the line?
Line's great. Line's still good. Looking down. Curl.
Love it to curl in a bit and maybe just unlock those two
Okay,
back stones
then
a bit. Be the best result, but it's hanging a little.
407. Damn.
You keep saying
Sweeping a 407 to back 12.
Yeah, that's right. You 407 can't touch it. Absolutely, plenty of weight in these conditions. So, I mean, I like this. This is like a ultimate test of skill. These players are playing in these high quality conditions and just have to who can figure it out.
Little out.
Can really and
Be
the
close.
and just the sweeping you can get
It'll
done
always
on
be
fast
curl
ice
right
like
now.
this
Top
can
four.
really show your skills.
It's getting better. Still always curl.
Top 4.
Rewarding the
14-7.
the sweeper and the light
Let it
throw
finish.
and punishing
Sit,
those
sit.
who are heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Good throw, Aiden. Really good.
But
Beauty.
that is a beautiful shot.
Wow.
Right here. Or we can run. Do you want to run now?
Yeah. So basically, a near ideal start for the non-hammer team. Hammer team is going to want to simplify things and open it up. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Want to say hello to the 46 people now watching
Yep.
live on YouTube. It looks like we got a few comments that we'll get to in just a second.
Oh.
That's a tough break.
Put it back.
Plan A cleared the guard. That's good.
Tighten it up
Remove
just a
some of your
little.
own stuff in the back. Not so great. I was reading. Sorry, I'm laughing and reading at the comments. As we have the Remington ad and Mark's face maybe on at the same time, Remington has their own graphic. He's, in fact, I want to debunk the claim right now that Mark
Okay,
Hartman
a
is
little less
a
aggressive.
Remington model. I'm not saying he
Yes,
couldn't
slide.
be. Just saying that he
Hold
isn't.
it.
Do we know that for sure?
Yes.
You know, we got to get our fact
Line's
checkers on
okay.
that.
Let it sit. Let it sit. Let it sit.
I mean,
Maybe-
I believe you're right,
Sit.
but I have no way to disprove it.
It feels like a missed opportunity, doesn't it?
It's really good.
I mean,
Well,
he does in fact have hair, so he,
How much
he,
of this do you have?
he could use Remington products to remove them.
I have no information to add
How
about
much do
this.
you have?
Nice guard put back up by
you like this?
Bear Oldenburg. So
So
the
just a
hammer not
12?
seeming terribly
11-5?
beneficial at the moment for Fountain. They have a couple shots left
We're
to
gonna broom you
clear
tight,
things
so
up.
if we catch the guard, it's okay.
There you go. So we're going to try and hit that top button a bit thin, get some yellow action going. If they catch the guard that's higher out of the house, that's okay
Queen.
too.
Yep. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I think they're going to clip that guard
You're
at
on
the
the
top.
guard. Peel the guard
It
off.
seems,
Peel it. Come
seems
on,
lights.
Got to get that. Okay, they got maybe enough movement, but I think you got to stay with that and try to get the thrown stone out of the middle
Do we
if you
ever
can.
sneak another? Just want a guard.
Guard.
Okay.
Intern. Intern.
Are
Intern.
you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Going the hard way at this guard.
Yeah, so maybe Oldenburg it was very confident. Aiden wants to throw the guard in this way. I think it just is visually more natural to go on the other side, but if you
Line's
know what you want to do to get this
Three.
accomplished,
Line's okay. Might need to curl.
throw it where you know.
Yep, get curling.
I wonder if as it
Yep, keep curling.
hits
keep
the
curling.
center line and crosses, if it's going to bite hard.
Keep going.
It should, yeah.
Well-
And you can take a little tick and flop over.
I think
Nice. Good spot.
That does it. Well executed there.
This one?
it looks like Fountain is eyeing up the run back.
Okay.
Yeah, that.
Remove at least
Opens
some
it
of
up
those
at
stones
least.
back there.
Yeah,
barely high
that yellow
Okay.
top button is a real
And that
thorn
catches
right
someone.
now.
What do you want to throw, 9?
Sure.
So if they could get any kind of action going on there, that would be great for them. Kind of an angle run here. The good news about going for this is like, I don't see a lot of wasted shots here. You're going to move something
Do you
and
like the
create more
broom?
possibilities one way or the other. Or maybe you just stuff a perfect one. Trying to visualize your best case scenario of like this run red double
Wait,
into 2
whoa.
yellows.
Whoa.
Stick the
Whoa.
run back
Yep,
shot
girl.
or something. See what we can get.
Is that outside one going to
Line's pretty
play into? Nope.
Okay.
Oh, they
Nice.
took one out of the picture.
Here,
I mean, I don't think it's that bad now.
Yeah,
Because
that,
then
that
even
was
if you're here,
that
they
fourth
double give us
counter
one.
goes away.
Yep.
So they're
but if we make it there, it's
still
hard
lying
score
the
for
two.
them.
Like, I think, where's the bad spot?
Yeah, where's the bad spot?
Right here?
Yeah, it gives them an
Give
in.
it like that. Just gives it in.
So what they're
For
talking
one
about
shot,
here is right
try to
now it's a
try.
really
Yeah, I
hard
think let's
shot
make
for
sure
red
we
to
get
score
here,
their
but,
one.
like, if you can
Don't
make
give
it
them
here
a new
perfect,
option
let's
that's
do it.
better than what they currently
Yep.
are looking at.
Otherwise, you're
Um,
right. They make the double, we get one.
So I expect this to be top
Okay,
house.
14, 8, 14,
Yeah,
15.
15 even.
15's fine.
Give me a 15.
Yeah. Can they find the weight light enough? It seems to carry pretty well. No one's been threatening to hog one, I'll tell you that.
Although
Right.
that's trying to throw that guard weight on fast ice is
You got it, Maddie.
sometimes they catch up on surprise you
Mm-hmm.
as you think you can't throw it too light.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It's pretty
A little
soft.
light.
Ooh, almost fell.
Close. Yes. Where are you?
Gotta go. Top
Got it,
8.
yep.
Top 8. So they are trying to suck one around. They could maybe
It's-
get
line's looking pretty good here.
yeah, try to drag it to third shot, center line, top 4.
Really caused some problems here
I took a little too
for the
tight.
red team.
No, that's good.
I think that's a great position.
Yes,
I
that's
really
good
do
for
too.
him.
I don't think that there's a way to get in. Well, I mean, you can. The only way to get in there for your single
think
point is to
there's
draw
a
it on the
potential,
right
like,
side,
pin
but there
draw
is
right here,
very little room
Right?
Mm-hmm.
to.
Or a little weight at this, but I don't
Yeah,
think
touch the
that's gonna.
of the
Okay.
button you
Alright,
can
so
see
good.
there. It's probably your
that.
best look.
Yeah, I think you've got
I'm
to
gonna take a
got to
2
throw it
inches
clean.
more.
You can't rely on
Mhm.
tapping anything because it's just gonna roll you further away.
Yep. And I
So
like the
like a
play here too
415
to add a little extra pressure onto the shot by drawing that third one
Yeah,
in there.
he swept it
So
really nice, but I agree
I
with
guess I can't fully tell
you.
for
So
sure
15
that yellow
over
is
15
third.
maybe right now.
I guess I was kind of assuming.
Cool.
Even if it isn't, it takes away that double that they were concerned about earlier.
Right.
Here we go. Okay, light release. Okay, line might be a little tight. Line's looking pretty good. Gotta go straight.
Can they make this draw straight up?
Gotta go straight.
Looking close. Oh, it's
Wait,
curling
wait.
up on them.
Straight, 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 straight. Okay. Okay.
Spins to second shot, so no question now it was just the 2 yellow.
Yep.
So we'll go 5-3 into the fifth end. I think that brings us back around to our title sponsor, Modus Financial. Modus Financial is your credit card processing and POS technology solution partner. Whether you need a single credit card swiper, POS equipment, or an integrated POS system, Modus has a solution. Modus Financial offers a wide variety of payment processing services, each with enhanced features designed to help process credit card payments, increase your sales, reduce expenses, and improve your productivity. Visit moduscc.com. Taking a look at a power play here in to start our fifth end, trying to switch things around. So get ready for it. The Madtown DoubleDown special. It is a power play.
This power play brought to you by Endgame Curling. Purveyors of fine brooms. We have an ad read. We'll get to it around here someplace.
In our many, many stacks of ad read papers. And I can't
Curl
find
a
it.
hair extra too.
So
Yeah,
I'm going to
it's
look at the
looking
curling
close
for
to
a
edge.
second. There it is.
I found it.
Okay.
We'll read it after this shot.
So remember that in the power play, the stones are started off to the side there.
No light.
Whoa,
So it
whoa.
looks like Madison's going to try and put something
Close.
in
Oh,
on the
5.
center.
Yes.
Or is she trying to
Weight's
play
good.
it?
Yes.
She's trying to play a tick on that
Whoa,
guard. Okay.
whoa, whoa. Close. Yes.
Okay. The idea here was to tap the
Oh,
red
it
into
curled
the
up too much.
rings, kind of,
Mm.
and kind of move that guard off so the red will be exposed later. She just threw it a little heavier than she meant to. So remove that one out of play.
It's out, right?
We'll say our thank you to Endgame here now.
Endgame has a new broom called the Icon, setting a new standard for high-performance brooms. Their eco-friendly
Put it back.
fabric replacement, innovative locking sliding position, adjustable pivot
I have to move it left.
resistance,
It's this one.
large radius sliding bar.
Shoot. Sorry,
and
Aiden,
quick
I thought it was good the whole way
disconnect
and then
broom
jumped
head.
right in
They also offer a travel broom,
the last couple
no-slip
feet.
silicone sleeve, And fabric for
Weight was
club
okay.
play and
No, it was good. We
WCF
hit-
approved fabric.
Yeah, no, I like
Please
that
go
weight a
visit
lot.
Shoot, yeah, I see you on it
endgamecurling.com.
then.
Yeah.
All right, now because Madison did end up playing removal even of her own stone,
Shit.
they had to put it back how it was, because that is to the disadvantage of Fountain Team to have that guard removed, so they chose to put things back. So now, if you get a free shot here as you do Fountain, what's the right play? Are we thinking split the
play
house?
release,
Do we put
new
a second
pass.
one under the guard? Do you?
Okay.
I don't think you want to
Okay,
bring play to
gotta
the
go.
center.
Yep, gotta curl too. Line's looking great.
It looks like they're
Line's
going to
great.
try and
Okay,
put
gotta
a
curl
guard
line.
over top their
Hard curl. Come on, you got
their
it.
T-line shot. Their T-line placed.
They're placed stone.
Their
yeah.
place stone.
All the way.
And
Okay,
it's looking pretty nice.
Want to do it again?
Yep. So they wrap a second one in there, trying
Sure.
to add extra counting, and
Oh, yeah, 12?
I think they're trying to repeat the
12-5.
same call here,
Hey,
Bear Oldenburg,
no
but
less.
we are still under the same
Yeah,
rules.
you got it,
So,
It'll curl.
so similarly, they can't do the tap out. But the idea again is to take the guard away from those two reds
11-5.
and get one in the house at the same
Close.
time.
Whoa,
11-5.
whoa, whoa. It's
The
gotta
trick
curl,
is
curl.
your shooter has to stay.
It's close, it's close.
All stones have to stay in play at
Curl
this
up a
point,
little.
and
Good
I
throw.
don't think
Really
that
good throw,
happened.
Aiden.
Still not bad.
No, not at all.
We can go right here,
I guess you're allowed to keep your shooter
and
out.
then they're hitting,
Okay.
doubling, or right here. Do you like this?
I think it's the Reds team to call if they do want things replaced.
Go for 14-0.
So I think they're gonna try and split the house here, have 3 counting, and have a generally open pass to the button. So things are coming together pretty nicely for Fountain this end. Don't want to count the chickens too soon, but you call the power play behind and you see a setup like this, you're probably pretty happy about it.
Line's fine. A little for weight, gotta go weight. 14-2-6. Okay,
Wait, looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So
Good
do the
judge.
job.
really nice.
Touch deep, I think. But sticks around, touching the 8-foot.
They're
How
pointing.
much do I have to hit in the red?
Okay.
10.5?
I was wondering if they were going to be
Think a
thinking
little
freeze
thinner.
target, but they're
Okay,
thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, is there even a triple
Are
here?
you seeing
They,
the
they want to
out?
hit the
Yeah,
top one, roll
outturn.
across.
Like here?
A little less.
I'm kind of surprised that they're not just going to go for the just the straight double and hit
Like a
straight
third?
nose on that and stick
Third's
around. But
good.
I think there's a lot of danger to rolling out, trying to hit thin like this. But it is the way to the triple.
Yeah, this is the maximum skill shot with the best possible outcome. So, love to see it. It's a little thick.
It's a little
I'm
thick,
ready.
but
It's 2 stones
Right out,
moving.
right out, right out,
Gets
right
stones
out, right out,
moving
right
and-
out.
I think it accomplishes their primary goal, right?
Oh, just bites in the back there. Because I mean, if they do make they
I mean,
bring
if
play
we
back
do
to the
this,
center
we
a
gotta
little, which
watch
is
the
nice.
jam.
If that one leaves, then there's just 1 red remaining, which would have
like
been
that.
nice too. So,
Okay,
really good effort.
sure. What weight do you like?
I like
Hack. Okay, I don't know where the broom's at for hack. That's the problem.
Okay, so going after this
What do
top
you,
8 center
you like hack?
yellow,
Okay,
and
yeah. Let's throw that.
he likes
Okay,
hack weight,
let's
so
try
they're
this line.
trying to figure out how to kick it out and stick around, maybe flopping over in front of their other counters.
11-5.
I like the thought behind this shot. I just don't know what the broom is for it.
Right, and that's what Melissa was saying. On board, just not sure exactly what the ace is going to do at this weight, this line.
Okay. Okay, gotta go weight. Gotta go line. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Some concern that it's curling.
Hard. Come on,
I think they're
hard. Gotta
going
go
to maybe
hard.
roll
Hard.
underneath
Dig, dig,
the
dig. Come on, you
yellow.
got it. You got it.
Yep, where's the yellow going? Into the catcher in the back. Not the worst thing in the world, but not ideal.
I know, it's so tempting
Still
to
sitting 2.
They rolled to a
Give
nice
him 2,
position as
but
well, which is nice
you
for
like it?
the hammer.
I mean, you'll have something on your last one, right?
Yeah. It knows. Just a little low.
Oh, it's never.
Oh.
Well, we're trying to make it
You want
across,
to roll
right?
it? Okay.
Well, like, this doesn't do anything
Interesting.
because they sit shot
And
then.
then they're shot in the, yeah, you're right.
So we have to play it to like
Let's
make
play
this.
it to here.
I don't mind playing like this.
Yeah, it's whatever you're seeing. I mean, that's there. As long as we kill one of them, I'm happy.
It's a,
Think
the
throw this.
maximum upside call again here. I
I
didn't
like
see
this.
this
Like
run
firm?
back as the
Yeah.
first call,
Hey.
Firm's good.
but
Just
Eden
sliver
is
high,
really-
right?
feeling this this run back
Yep,
stuff.
just a sliver.
Again, you could run it back and roll over and get both reds moving.
I'm thinking it this way: as long as one goes, Madison's going to be happy. There shouldn't be too much danger in just peeling.
Well, I mean, remembering you don't have the hammer, just peeling brings in higher scores. So have to make contact with a red for this to be helpful, I think.
True.
Whoa, no. We're close on this one.
Or are they sticking? Nope, they did just peel it.
Sorry.
Okay.
At the level that I play, I was thinking just hitting the open
do you
one
want
or
a
drawing
guard?
behind those two as they staggered. Those were the
want-
first options I saw. But this one, like I said, had the maximum
wanna hit
upside
this?
if you make it.
All right.
Or out count it. There's always going to be a double that they can play.
I think here's the other idea.
Well, now if you're fountain, how can you turn this
want a
situation
timeout?
into a 3?
Do you want a timeout?
All right, we got our first timeout of the game.
Good, because I think this is a potentially rich and interesting position to
play
talk
down to
about.
there.
What do you do here as red?
Yeah.
Or they're going to.
I think really anything
I don't think a
top
guard's
house.
If we
You know,
guard,
like if
they
you go
hit the
top
open
8,
and roll.
sort of
So that's-
where
I
the
don't like
brooms
that
are right
one
now
either.
on
We
the G side
we're
of
already
the
out-counting them, and that's almost like a catcher's
of the
mitt, to be
Capitol and the
honest.
logo. I think you could,
Gives them
it sets things up too flat for a double with those rocks.
Yeah.
Short run then
Yeah.
I mean,
for 3, right?
Yep.
based on positioning, there's always going to be at least a double.
I don't know what's
But
the right call.
We put one up here.
So is this a really a
Yeah,
call
and
about
then-
put it
okay,
in the
then
house,
he's
no
got this,
triples? Is that
this.
really what we're looking at?
Then they go there. Do we just put
I think so because
go one?
the
Then we
Bear
put
Oldenburg
short
seemed to have
line.
no problem throwing
Yeah.
throwing hits, or at least
they have to then-
planning
they
to
have
throw the hits.
freeze something,
Um,
like that's risky.
Yeah.
And they made a few of them already. So
Right. Or hit this one and come back down here and hit it, and then I think
I
that's
don't
the
mind
hardest
just
double for them.
tapping
Is
the top one
Yeah.
back and
Okay.
either.
The two thoughts I had were basically drawing back toward the
Sounds
back
good.
yellow, because that should make it hard to remove.
Yeah.
Or trying to draw around your one in the top 8.
You
In
can
a-
tell us what the right
You
call
would
is after the
potentially,
game.
depending on where you finished, you could leave a triple that way. But you do have a lot of rings to work with, so you could go
it's
deep
way
and
back
still be
here.
in pretty
I
good
like
shape.
Control.
It's true. I think as long as it's in the house, it's
Do you
gonna
like control?
Put pressure on.
Put pressure on and cause problems. So
I think they elected for going for a hit on the yellow, which would also be fine. You'd lie 3, and
Yep.
it's not really a triple setup that way.
Whoa, whoa.
gives you the maximum scoring area possible.
Clean.
And
Yep.
then looks like they're gonna stick around.
Yep, looks pretty nice. I'll sit back there.
9-8. Really nice shot.
Seeing the intern?
I was seeing the out.
Okay.
Just we know what it does more, right?
Yeah, do you just like 9-5?
I think so, because like 9-5, it's
9-5.
Well,
I'd
Aiden
hit
gets to
a-
look at a pretty similar line to what he
a
just
little
threw on
more
the
than a
previous
third?
run back attempt. So
Well, are we going for the double or for the hit and roll?
Just the roll.
and I
just the
think
roll.
it's a little less, yeah,
Half?
a little more than a third.
Okay.
Roll to like right here.
Okay, you like around like there?
I think so.
9-5?
Yeah.
Roll over?
Yeah.
Make her get rid of it and okay.
The good news is
Sure
if
we
you hit it
stick around,
thick, you
make
roll
them throw
over and you
something
sit
at
in
it.
front of catchers. That's pretty good. If you hit it thin, you could
Looked
you'll be
like the
running toward a
double was
red and
about a
potentially make a
quarter
double that way too.
Right.
Just so you know, but let's make the roll.
Yeah, just 9-5 here.
Just 9.5, so not a crazy weight, but a sort of normalish weight takeout. Want to stick around somewhere, put some pressure on Fountain's hammer.
Be hair easy.
Whoa. Whoa. Close. Yep.
This looks pretty close. Where are we going to roll to?
I think we're
Sit.
Ah,
Spun off a little
spun
bit.
off a little bit. Looks like it's
That's-
second counter.
This is setting. Can't.
It's pretty good. I mean, not the
Do you want
perfect
me
shot,
to
but I
try-
mean,
it's pretty close to that.
It certainly
so
complicates
do we wanna
this
try
shot,
A really hard shot for 3, or do you want me to
for
draw
Fountain.
2?
I want to play. I think the shot
yep.
is for 2 potentially. If we, I think we got to take it.
We're
off.
sitting 1.
Right.
So,
No,
I was listening to
if we
them talk
tried
it
to
through.
swing
It's
this
like you
shot
can
like
play a
that,
kind
Yeah.
of
it's potentially still
back house weightish thing to kick the yellow to the side a bit, flop
Okay.
your shooter
So
in
I
and get
think
3, or do you just not
Right
mess with
here?
it, draw the
Draw.
8-foot somewhere,
here?
just take your 2. I don't think you can really hurt yourself trying it, but it
let's
just
try.
depends on your comfort level. What kind of things you're seeing as the player is more important often.
As soon as I can.
Well, if you over curl it, I think you could end up giving Bear Oldenburg 1. That's the biggest downside of.
Over curling and heavy enough to kick that red
Yeah,
one
I agree.
out of the way, or thin enough to go sideways almost. It's possible. It would be
Probably,
pretty
like,
far
even
off the
a
target, but
90
it's
for me.
possible.
Okay. All right. This might take off, so we'll just watch it. I'm actually going to throw it on center line. I think that's a better line. Yes, because the draw path is edge of 4.
definitely have.
Okay.
Wait's looking for a tap.
Yep. I heard definitely the hack being the call, so we're going to make contact with something. So it's got to
Curl.
come up and touch that yellow. It's got a ways to go. It's close, but it's got to move.
Okay.
Well, they
Pretty close.
clip their own to only
Okay, bad line.
score 1.
Okay.
All right, so we'll see it be 4-5 heading into the 6th end. That means we are due for our sheet sponsor, who is Remington.
Remington 1 is our latest collection of multi-purpose styling tools that deliver both convenience and performance. Whether you are drying, styling, trimming, or shaving, we have the one tool for you. Every hair, everywhere, everyone.
That feels very professional, that ad read. I feel like we're not doing it justice. Somebody who knows what they're doing could probably really sell that. But thank you to Remington for the sponsorship.
As someone with a beard, because I'm too lazy to shave, Remington, not something I use every day.
Yeah, there's lots of beard commentary going on at this point in and around the discussion, but we will leave it there and thank them for their sponsorship. So
Yep.
Bear Oldenburg definitely in control
Line's a little
now with
tight.
the hammer and the lead in
Line's
the
a little
6th
tight
end here.
still.
So
Yep, gotta go straight.
Fountain really needs a nice start to put some pressure on. But
Okay, wait only.
as we've seen in previous draws, there can be really big
Yep,
scores
gotta go wait.
in mixed doubles. Fewer
Come on, you
stones,
got it.
but more
Round 2.
scoring, counterintuitively enough. So it's not never over, but
Thanks.
there's a lot of comebacks that are possible in this game.
Okay.
I think out turn top 4.
And I'd
like
say
it.
that's an excellent way to start a
Same
comeback.
speed both sides, right?
That's
14-7 or
probably the
14-7.
best
14-7 on theirs. but
best case
15-5.
scenario for a lead stone.
Yeah, very good, great position to hold. Be it interesting debate.
big kick.
This is a good
Line
like
only.
call to the audience if they want to type in.
Yes,
if you
line.
got to place where your
Are you
stone
good?
would be, would you
Back
place it
4.
top button like
Line.
that, would you place it frozen to the back
Line.
yellow?
Close, yep.
Like,
Yep,
where
line.
is the absolute best shot
Line's good.
for the first one?
Back 8.
I think there's some arguments to be made maybe for a couple different things because, look,
You're good.
here's your example about why top button has weaknesses.
Do you like
It can
this?
be moved,
No, I don't
whereas a
like.
frozen one can't. But if you freeze it, then the pin's open.
And
So
the pin's open, and you,
Okay.
the other team can
in
stack one right on and
So you want
freeze
right
to
here?
you.
Okay. Yep. Yep. So out turn.
So for club curlers like ourselves, I think either one of those is probably close enough to the perfect shot that we're going to call it.
Yep, that's right. You try to throw that weight, and you know that any of these results is in the range of something you want to see.
Because with that tap
Line's
by
close.
Bear Oldenburg, they are
Okay.
sitting out in the open.
Line's pretty close.
Uh,
Okay, gotta curl a little. Okay.
Yeah,
it's
if you
running
can get
straight.
across the
Always
nose of
curl,
it, if
always
you're
curl.
getting that much curl at the right
Run the
weight,
outside of it still.
that's best.
Yep, keep curling, keep
If
curling.
you hit the outside,
I think you're
not
just
as great.
Okay.
not as great, but you are building a wall behind
Top 4.
Yep.
behind the tee.
You like these?
Right.
See it out.
Okay.
Okay, so they're going to choose to get there with the side they've seen before. I was wondering if it was maybe favorable to go the other way.
I think they may be just forcing their opponents to
Line's
go to
good.
the side that they haven't played much
Deep.
this end.
We need to play off the red.
Maybe.
I think
It's
playing off
gotta
the red
curl
might be
still.
better than
Really gotta
the
curl.
original plan. Just
Hard to get to
It
nose.
seems like this is hanging out a
Keep
little
moving
bit
it.
on them.
getting to nose.
Good.
I think that's a pretty good result because it pushes out that potential stone that could score or be used for red to the back. Relegated to a catcher of valuable stones.
Mm-hmm.
So now fountain, really you have to find the button here, I guess would be a good place to be. Or at least have something playable for future shots in front of the four.
I don't mind freezing on to
Okay,
the one that's just, I don't know,
Line's good.
9 o'clock or 10 o'clock on
Yeah, gotta go wait.
the houses
Line's
we're
good.
looking at it.
Straight now, straight. 14-8. Yep, it's over curling.
This is a good position to come to rest on the
Wow.
button.
Okay. Okay.
Great. Shot stone behind a bunch of things.
Is it the out turn?
I don't know if it helped.
I think the angle there for yellow to get that out is pretty
My first
thin.
thought was let's kill the guard on one.
Yeah. That was where my head was at, right? What Madison Bear said.
You want to call
Is-
timeout?
Sure.
Maybe we'll stop and talk about this one. Because yellow does have 2, 3, and 4. So a lot of what red's defense is riding on here against
The
Hammer
other
is
thought was like,
being
I mean,
able
if
to
you could
hide
ever
somewhere
play, like,
in this
here's
pile.
not bad, and
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I always seen throw the same out turn and try to curl across and maybe bump it a hair. It's tight, but like,
I know I almost made it on my first.
yeah.
Not quite. And I kind of didn't throw mine the cleanest, maybe.
'Cause
I
don't-
just worry that if we ever touch here or ever just do this, we're not helping ourselves on the next much.
Sure. I mean, I kind of lean that then.
Okay. I like that because that gives us options.
Yeah, because right now, like, if we peel it, it's
they make it better, but it's not an easy ice to make guard on.
It's very true. Very true.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't mind it actually.
You like the peel?
Yeah.
Yeah, my thinking is you have the Hammer in the lead in the 6th end. You just want to be really
Do you
sure
care
you're
what
going to
way you
score.
throw it?
And I feel like the best path to being for sure to score is peeling.
I don't know that if you're fountain, you throw this guard back though. I think at this point you may consider taking that yellow double just behind T line and sitting to
Yeah,
and
putting a little pressure, trying to get the force
throw.
that way.
yeah. We'll see.
Good throw.
This looks like a clean peel.
Right here.
I like that too.
Right
Yep.
here.
Okay, so they're going to go
Like,
the
if we
aggressive route
don't
and
make
try to
Because
just
if
draw
we
toward
don't
that.
make it and
yellow,
then they have
yellow.
a double, that's a big.
Yeah. If we go there, then playing off this is useless.
I think I do
Yeah.
think I like that better
I
for
think this is
Fountain
the
Fountain
right
here
call,
if they can
but
get there.
I think we can.
It's risky. Like, we
Yeah.
gotta make it, but
Yeah.
I think we gotta throw it.
I think, yeah, down right
If-
now.
If we throw T width and we just
See
bump
what they
this
think.
back
Yep,
a
that's
little,
okay
that's
too.
okay.
Yep.
We just have to get to nose or just inside.
I'll give you more ice.
Nose are just inside at draw or just heavy draw is the idea here. I like it. Those as threatening as
If
those
we
two
sit
back
here,
yellows
they
look
just
because
have
of
a
their
double.
closeness to the pin.
Right? If we get
They aren't really-
just outside,
they're
they
more
have
your
a
friend
double
than your
right
enemy.
here. I don't like that.
I think it's that draw.
Okay.
As long as you don't set up the double, right? That's the big danger with this shot is if you're ever light or over curl,
Yep.
you set up a double and then
Line's
red
close.
can score, or sorry, yellow can score
Okay, gotta go then.
Many.
at least 3.
We're a little outside. Line's getting better though.
Gotta go.
Yep.
Come help.
Line's good. Keep going. We're way down. Okay, leave it up there then.
Just trying to
Oh,
figure where you
gosh.
could drag it.
Curl over if you
yeah,
can
just-
then. Curl if you can. Curl if you can.
Defend your one red.
Did you not hear me? I was.
Okay. I mean, that wasn't what they had in mind.
So I play a double?
But it's doing a lot of work here, too.
It is. I
Prob-
feel like
even if I
leaving
just
it as high as they
stick it
did
right
is
there, it's
the
better.
right choice
Yeah,
Normal?
just
for that throw.
Normal? Or do you
Dragging
want
it any
more?
further wasn't going to help
Or
them.
let's do
Right.
It just
8-5.
makes the double easier. Here, that double isn't so much in coming into play, and it takes the easy hit off of this. Although it looks like they are going
Yeah.
for the double.
Yeah, they'll still take it on. The shooter doesn't end up in a scoring position as much, but so see if they can get this mostly on nose.
8.
close. Yes. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
It's close. It's got to curl up. Stuffed.
Stuffed and one
Throw,
yellow.
Aiden. Shoot. That's on me.
This is my
I
shot.
kind of wondered if you
Right here.
would
We're a
have
little tight on time. But I think right here is
approached
the right
that
Yeah, I think getting the
coming the other way with just lightweight, like
call.
back
Yep, I agree.
back line, and just try and get to the inside of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was the red on the top 4?
What can they do here? What's Red's play? Just kick that yellow out of there and
Or you come down and sit on it. I don't mind sitting on it and being, or even tapping it back and being 1-2.
Just to
Really
DSC.
force the single.
You
Yeah.
still think it's like 14-5
good
out
opportunity here.
If you're just nose or just under nose is still okay.
Yep.
We cannot over curl. Like if we over curl and sit out there,
here? Okay, so high side's better, you think?
I think
Nose.
so nose or just under.
Sounds
Just
good.
under is the play.
Okay, you
I
ready?
think
Okay.
You're
So
for
it's
what,
sort of
4
talking through
15,
the
4
contact point where is best.
Yeah.
Nose is really good. He said just under, like
To try and roll
Light release.
420.
roll towards the
Light release.
the right as we
Line
see it on the
straight.
screen.
Gotta go straight.
I think you could get behind the cover of those two. That would be pretty good if it rolled that far.
It's looking a little light coming into the house. Are they just gonna sit for
They can
for
drag,
shot?
They can drag it right to the button. I think. Got to go all the way.
It does appear to be shot. So
We try to crotch it
Question-
almost.
Even if we nose it, it's
if you crotch it,
You
I
get one.
think it hits that
Well, as long as we don't touch it.
yellow.
Yeah, I think it
nose
jams on
does
the
not
way
get
out.
2, I don't think.
No.
The question is, how much
they're
of
one
that
right now.
yellow are they going to get? How far is it going to
Minutes
push?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, their shooter should still be
I worry we just do this.
shot in that crotch,
Yeah.
and it may also
Do we
pick
ever
that
just try to?
red on the bottom of the
a
crest
back
there.
Yeah.
I was looking at the
Yeah.
other
See if
side
there's any chance at
at
it.
kind of
Maybe back
just an
line.
easier
I
way
like back line to
shooting
play
it
safe.
off to the
Hit it on
right
the a little
and having
high.
your shooter roll in front of your other
Close to
yellow,
half,
and
I
you could
think.
maybe get them both counting that way.
Back line.
I think so.
It's taken here for draws. Yeah, like about here.
Okay,
Looks
so
like
they're
max
lining up just
cross
inside
center
of
a
a
little
draw
bit.
broom, so they're definitely thinking an easier weight.
Yeah.
I think I can hold it straight.
Okay,
I think they're just planning on tapping that.
maybe just
Back.
inside mid 8,
A little inside middle, yeah.
back 8, or back line. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yep, that
Or-
sounds right.
yeah, that
Just
makes
back
sense.
line.
Okay.
Close to what you threw on your first.
The red doesn't have to move
Yep.
too far in the end to do what you need.
Yeah, I threw. I think back 8. Just
Yeah,
maybe
3,
a
4
little
feet.
bit more on the first. So.
Yeah.
That's about it. Half a rock.
Yeah, about half. I'll let you
Yeah.
know the weight.
Okay.
Yeah, at this easier weight, anything from half a rock to almost nose probably works.
Space.
Well,
Space.
curl in. If it's heavy, you gotta curl it. Easy,
Weight's good.
straight.
It's looking pretty good.
Yep, managing this one to the contact point they want. It's pretty close. Looks like it's right where they need it to be. Push that through.
Nice shot.
Spins to second. Nice
Spins
two.
a second. Yep.
So that'll be 2 for Bear Oldenburg. That'll bring it to 7-4 heading into the 7th end. That'll give us a chance to talk about our team sponsor, Spartan Pizza. Dale, Linda, Sheena, and Scott welcome you to the best pizza experience you'll ever have. We've been baking pizzas as a tradition in our McFarland community since 1974. That's 50 years. Pizzas, burgers, sandwiches. Spartan Pizza, local business here in McFarland.
And sponsor of Team Fountain.
Right, so here we go into the 7th. Fountain needs a score here. Like down 3 feels like a big deficit, but we've seen crazier things in mixed.
I'm just catching up on the scoreboard on the sheet there. And are you at all surprised not to see a power play right now?
I was thinking about that. I remember we saw a power play, but I couldn't remember who called it. So
Go add.
it's too many things to keep track of.
Close. Yep. Yes, line.
So I don't remember which
Up
team
four.
has a power
Yes,
play
line.
live. If I'm just being honest about my tracking of the
line.
game.
Gotta go.
Coming up a bit light on this opening draw, so
It's not it.
does create some opportunities.
He just came down. A lot.
This is like
Do you
the
like the in turn
the
through
double
the
draw
court?
garter.
Yeah.
I like the out.
Really blocks off both
Out-turn through the
draw
court?
paths to
Okay,
the button.
Sounds good. I'll take 1 stone inside. My
It's
line.
okay for like left lift.
So they got to
like
pick
where
a new line, one of the two of those,
Good.
and kind of use that as their new center
Yeah.
guard.
Okay.
I feel like this puts a little bit more pressure on having the right
Let me
weight
sweep in
Yeah.
your outside.
because there's no catcher to just tap back.
Absolutely.
Yep.
There's a few factors. One is the catcher's not
Yep,
there
mine's
anymore,
fine.
so you don't have that range of like freeze and tap options. You're probably taking another couple feet of ice, and so you're like, how much do I need to add to this to get where I want to be? Did that take a redirect, or did that just really finish hard?
It ticked off of that
They can get there.
yellow on the Modus
so.
logo, so it
Pretty-
still ended up in a really nice
I was gonna
spot.
say, really good result. So Oldenburg will try to follow it in, I think. Although you can't
Mine's
really
good.
follow exactly
Back
what they just
four.
did.
It's gonna need a curl just a little easy.
T-line.
Though the line's a little more open now that that
It's got a
yellow
curl still. It's still got a curl.
rock has
Curl,
moved.
curl.
Mm-hmm.
But
Have a
it
curl.
looks like it's hanging out on them, and they may do the same click off. I just don't.
Yeah, they sure did. I said you can't follow it, and then they just had to show me that you absolutely can
14.
follow that in.
I don't mind this right now.
Is it possible to do it a third time? Everyone play the redirect. It's like a curling version of horse, where like everybody has to play a draw tick redirect thing. Is that what they're doing? No, it's not what they're doing.
Might be something under it.
Okay.
Might be something under it. Not a call you like to hear your sweeper saying.
It's top 4.
Okay.
Looks like they're going to come down. It's close to that tick, but I
Any
think
corner
they're
on
going to
this you
get
can
by.
it would be
Yep,
great.
they'll
Oh,
sneak just by and
gosh, okay.
give a little tap to that
Okay.
center red, center yellow. Oh,
But not at the angle that they wanted.
no.
Who shot?
Probably should have
First
stayed on
shot.
that one just a little bit longer.
Guard?
Big
Sometimes
fold.
you're caught between two on that sweep call, and you know whatever you
Yeah, I
decide will
get-
be the wrong decision.
Did they run their red? The left one?
Although
yeah, I mean, you gotta, it's
that
thin, but
position,
it's there.
so from Fountain's
Maybe the
perspective, that
interns
tap
draw
was not what
around.
they wanted.
That was the second
But they do
call I
have
was
3 in the
looking
house
at.
to
I think we
yellow's
intern
1,
draw.
and it's hard to get another one in there
Yeah,
really good
I mean,
the way it
if we tap
sits.
it, it's even really good.
So if you can find a way to get that out of there, you might
Just
be
throw
looking at a
T-line.
multiple score.
Yep.
Looks like Bear Oldenburg trying to remove this red in the top 8 with something lightweight and roll to the center.
T-line?
Close. Yes.
Back
Nice
forward.
line.
No, it's a little lighter than I thought.
Easy. We're on the yellow.
Yeah, they're coming up on the guard a bit.
Just let it touch it barely. Sit.
What does this do for the angles now on?
Not bad, Aiden.
Got to see where it goes to. I was wondering if the yellow coming across the center line was going to move far enough to open up a clear red-yellow combo. They didn't quite do that. So it looks like maybe they try to draw in here, either setting up an angle for them or
Got to curl low.
moving their red on the center line
Line's
to the
getting
side
better.
a bit.
Line's good. Straight now. Straight. Hard straight. Hard. Come on, it's looking good. Hard straight.
I think they're
hard
coming
straight.
down to
You got
that
it. Get it
yellow.
by, get it
Yep.
by.
They're going to make some
Okay,
contact
whoa.
with it.
Okay. Damn.
I don't think we had to go hard straight.
Yeah, or do you want to just get the roll?
Okay, they got it moving, but not
Enough.
enough.
I think they would have been better with
Might be able
the
to, yeah.
freeze setting up
Like
a
firm
second
with
shot.
the intern?
Yeah. Furman.
It's real easy to say
7
sitting
eighths.
here
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh man. Everything's possible when you don't have to throw it
or sweep it.
or sweep it. Man, I feel like if that red center was not there for Fountain, they would be feeling like they have a real threat going.
Mm-hmm. Bear Oldenburg removing red stones at this time.
Yeah, it makes sense. Get some of those reds out of there, cap your downside, play the scoreboard lead you have.
Yep.
Good.
Well executed, 2 reds. Well, 1.5 reds leave. That one on the way back probably is not going to be a factor.
Probably not a
I
factor.
mean, I think right here.
Now,
Where's right here?
they did provide
corner the yellow.
Okay.
a
So
little
tap
more
4.
backing for
Tap 4.
that yellow. So
Last one was 14-6.
I think they
Yep.
helped themselves out by moving that red closer to the button.
Mm-hmm.
Line's close.
Really similar.
Okay, it's got to curl a little.
Coming in, draw
Line's
weight
getting better.
here.
Line's getting good.
They have
Okay,
to
gotta
get
go then
that.
straight.
They have to come
Straight
across
then.
and get that yellow moving because it is shot stone right now.
Okay, we're on our. Yep. Get it by. Get it by. Hard straight. Get it by.
It's just a bit light to get in there and
All right.
Do
change
anything.
things.
That's okay.
Well, the good news is it's playable for another shot potentially.
And we're guarding like
I
the 4, right?
I think so.
Okay.
That's all they have.
Yeah.
It's VR shot.
I think although that stone didn't get in there, it's definitely an asset they could
Maybe
use
a
if
little
it's
more than that
left there
because
for
we want
them.
to make sure we guard the
Like
outside.
And
turn
that's-
of it. Okay.
That's
Maybe
why
like
we're
middle
seeing
12.
Bear
I like middle
Oldenburg
12
try
then,
and
yeah.
throw a guard to cover this up. We'll see how they throw non-house weight.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something we've seen often this game.
Left asking your question, how do you get there?
All right.
'Cause
Give me guard weight.
We haven't been intentionally guarding off the center line.
Three.
Okay,
It's
good.
good.
A good weight
Line's
call.
good.
Two.
So that's a
Over up.
halfway guard.
Yeah, it's,
Over up.
I think
it wants to finish pretty hard. They want it to stop.
is that going to come up and touch the center line?
Yeah, that this is kind of what I mean when I say how do you get there, because it feels like, oh, I'll just take a bit more ice, but you haven't been out there, so
So
is it
just
gonna grab and
right
finish?
Here.
Sometimes it feels like every line goes to the center line at some points.
Yeah.
What weight do you like?
Now, I think there's a shot here for a fountain to angle this
Mm-hmm.
in
I think I have to throw light weight because I need this to count.
Yeah, because it's got a.
So I'm saying like hack.
Yeah.
Do you like hack?
I like that.
Yeah, it's a weight
right
call
here?
decision, right? Do you want to get that red top 8
Right.
angling into the
Yep.
shot stone and the button, and ideally stay around somewhere to make it account for 2.
12.5.
Yep.
the only problem with the lighter weight is if that yellow clips that back red on the way by, it may not move far enough. But that's much more about angles.
Right. And then similarly, the problem with playing bigger weights is that stone comes in at bigger speed, and if it's not a flush hit, then
It rolls out
it rolls
further.
out. So,
No easy answer.
Whoa.
yep.
Looks like it's wide.
It's wide.
Looks wide.
It's got to find a curl here.
All over the yellow.
It doesn't look like it wants to.
No,
Okay.
that's
Yep. I'm good.
tough to find that line out there. So, and there's handshakes.
So that'll do it. Bear Oldenburg will win 8-4 here in 7. And I think that means we can read our sponsors one more time. So
We'll finish up by thanking Mark Hartman for being a sponsor of Team Oldenburg Bear. Mark Hartman has supported the Madtown DoubleDown since its beginning, each year sponsoring at least one team. We want to thank Mark for supporting the Madtown DoubleDown.
title sponsor for the event is Modus Financial. Modus Financial is your credit card processing and POS technology solution partner. Whether you need a single credit card swiper, POS equipment, or an integrated POS system, Modus has a solution. Modus Financial offers a wide variety of payment processing services, each with enhanced features designed to help process credit card payments, increase your sales, and reduce expenses, and improve your productivity. Visit moduscc.com.
And our sheet sponsor, Remington. Remington One, our latest collection of multi-purpose styling tools that deliver both convenience and performance. Whether you are drying, styling, trimming, or shaving, we have the one tool for you. Every hair, everywhere, everyone.
And our final team sponsor is Spartan Pizza, here, a local business here in McFarland. Linda, Sheena, and Scott welcome you to the best pizza experience you'll ever have. We've been baking pizzas as a tradition in our McFarland community since 1974. That's 50 years. Pizzas, burgers, sandwiches. Thank you to Spartan Pizza.
And we'll be back at 2:15 with our next draw.
See you then.